Hello, let us look at some questions regarding circles. So here's the first question. So we're going to do the homework review here. Now, so we have that equation here. And we need to find the center and then the radius. So how are we going to do it? But when you look at this equation, notice that 3 is common, factor in all of them. So then we can rewrite down the equation in this way. And notice that I'm leaving some space here in between, because what we're going to be doing is we'll be completing the square. That's right, so we have to add 4 for the first one. Why? Because we have to look at the number in the middle, the coefficient of x, and then divide that by 2 and square that. So how about the second number? Will be equal to 1. Why? Here 2 divided by 2 and then square that becomes 1. And as we add up 4 and 1 here, we have to add 4 and 1 here as well. So if you have to simplify by factoring each side, or complete the square rather, then we're going to be getting something like this. X minus 2 coming from x squared minus 4x plus 4, and y plus 1 comes from right over here. And on the right side we get 10. Then what is our center? Center can be found over here. Not negative 2, but rather x value is equal to 2 and the y value equals 1 for the coordinates. Radius would have been square root of 10. Alright, so let us move on to the next question. So here we need to find the equation of the center, circle, so where center is negative 2 comma 7 and passes through this point. So then, knowing the center, we should be able to write down the equation up to this point. Alright, now, what is the radius? In fact, if I were to just sketch the graph rather quickly, see that's the radius, because negative 5 comma 9 is how much it is away from the negative 2 comma 7. So something like that, a circle would have been drawn in that way. Now, I know that horizontal differences is equal to 3 and vertical differences is equal to 2. Or you could have used the distance formula as well. Then the radius is the square root of 3 squared plus 2 squared. Here I'm using the Pythagorean theorem or distance formula, however you look at it. Now, then we get radius is equal to square root of 13. Now, then we have to get square root of 13 squared, or I can rewrite it as simply 13. Alright, so that was the second question. Now, let's look at number 3. What is the length of the longest chord of the graph? Basically, this is a circle graph. And longest chord, in fact, is diameter. No matter where the point would have been at. Here. Let that point, let the line segment that passes through that point, let it passes through the center of the circle as well. Then we will end up getting the biggest chord. So, I'm going to rewrite this one, leaving some spaces in between to complete the squares. Now, first we're looking at 2, okay, so divide that by 2 and then square that. We get 1. So we are adding 1 to the other side. How about here? Negative 6, okay, divide that by 2, becomes negative 3, square that, becomes 9. Alright, now, even though I can find out what the center is, but what I'm concerned about is to find the length of the diameter, meaning I need to find out the radius. So I know that one side is equal to 16, then that tells us the radius is equal to 4. That means diameter must be equal to 8. And that becomes our final answer. Alright, let's look at the last question. So we need to find 2 points where the line, as you can see here, intersects with the circle that's given. So the way which we're going to be doing is we're going to be solving for y here. Then you can see that y is equal to 2x minus 7. And then we will substitute that in place of y's. So in place of y, I'm going to put 2x minus 7. And one more time, 2x minus 7 equals negative 4. Now, if I have to expand everything on the left side here, then first I'm going to write down first two terms as they are. And if you have to expand 2x minus 7 square, then we'll get 4x square minus 28x plus 49. And we'll distribute 4 to 2x and minus 7, so we get 8x minus 28 is equal to negative 4. Let us combine the like terms here. So 5x squared for the x squares. How about for the x's? Here, here, here. So we will end up getting negative 30x. How about the constant? 49 here, negative 28, negative 4. And we'll end up getting positive 25 is equal to 0. Notice that 5 was common factor in all of them. Then we can divide by 5. Then we are left with x squared minus 6x plus 5 here. Then how do you find the value or values of x? Now we can do this one by simply factoring things out. So here x minus 5 times x minus 1. Then we know that the values of x at this point would have been simply 5 and 1. But how do you find the y value? See, we can use this one because that's rather easy. We should be able to figure out the y values for each corresponding x values. I'm plugging in 5. Then 2 times 5, which is 10, minus 7, must be equal to 3. So that's the first point. How about the second point? When x equals 1, y value is equal to, so then 2 times 1 is equal to 2, minus 7 becomes minus 5. So we want to find out what those 2 points are. First point is 5, 3 from here. Second point would have been 1, negative 5. And that's coming from here. And with that, I guess we'll close up for today. And I'll see you later.